We're fairly small. Someone would describe it as a house church with a building. And my first year, I was really committed to trying to get to know the people in the congregation itself and trying to discover what gives them life. There's so much talent and so much passion that exists in this small community. And one of the things that's common across the board is that there's an artistic bent. We have one couple here that runs a nonprofit called Link, and they work with youth from all different high schools and bring in different artists each month to just give them insight into what it looks like to be an artist. And so they were able to connect with another nonprofit, the Yes Foundation, that also exists within this church, and together they were able to get a space in White Center and create a mural, which was just a beautiful thing because it was the high school students from all different high schools. It was some people from our church. It was some community members and lots of community members that walked by and asking what we were doing. And now to see the results of that, just to beautify the community together, that became a core value for me of how does the church live its faith out in the community? How do we be a people of love and kindness and gentleness in this community and really living the way of Jesus? That's the hard work of the church. But at the same time, how do we model that for the world? And how do we model reconciliation and redemption and the true grace of God? And I think it's worth the struggle to try to enter into that work with one another. And so that's just what it means to be the body. And I hope that I can model that in my life as a leader. I hope that we can model that as a church and just be willing to enter some of those hard places. About a month after I arrived here, the coaching position for the girls basketball team at the high school opened up. And kind of listening to the themes in my life and the way that God has worked in my life was really just an amazing thing that that position opened up at that time, because when I initially felt a sense of call to ministry, I was on a full-ride basketball scholarship at a Division I school, which was my dream and was the way that I had hoped to put myself through college because my family couldn't afford to put me through college. And after my first year there, I just felt this strong urge that I was supposed to give up my dreams to follow God into ministry. And I had no idea what that meant at that time. And it's been a gift because I think it's allowed me the opportunity to connect with families and the youth and the school in ways that wouldn't be possible in such a quick amount of time had I just been the pastor in this community. So it's been fun that my passion for that's come back, and my desire to just encourage young women in particular to have confidence, to learn what it means to be a part of something that's bigger than themselves as individuals, and then to also connect them to the community and to encourage them and to help instill in them that they are leaders in this community. That's one of the things I love, is just trying to encourage people to live into their gifts, trying to listen attentively in the conversation of what gives them life and how might we find connecting points for that out in our everyday lives. And so that carries over to my vision for Mount View. My hope for Mount View is that, not just for Mount View, but all of the churches in White Center, that we would take seriously the call to live out our faith, the call to be out in the community, not just in our buildings worshiping, but what does it mean to actually live out our worship?